everyone, it's that time. We're honoring an amazing man. I don't know which way we're going. Why don't we go in the beginning for Jim Henson and all his puppets? And oh my god, I remember if you go to Defunct Lance's YouTube channel, you can learn more about Wilkins and Watkins, Sam and Friends, his first shows. That's not Kermit. His name was not Kermit at the time, and he's supposed to be a random monster, as can be seen there. Sorry about that. One of the original Rolf the Dogs. Should also give a shout out to these people because they're the people who puppeted the puppets, especially Frank Oz. This was actually in Jim Henson's house, his office and his moose head and whatever. These were all his actual possessions that have been donated to the museum when he passed away in 1996. If I remember, it was 96. If I'm wrong, don't hate, because I can't remember everything. Here's one of my favorite Jim Hensons from the Muppets. And here's an experimental film of his. Experimental film of his there, but can't show all of it. You'd have to come here yourself and watch it yourself if you wanted to. Here's a huge Jim Henson puppet he made early on. Here's his actual animation stand for his experimental films. Back then, if you were going to do hand animation with flat paper, you do it like this. Take a picture every time, and it changes every time you change the picture. See? See in between them? Oh my goodness, my favorite Wilkins and Watkins. You should watch it, The Suffering of Wilkins. Or Suffering of Watkins. All of the old ads here that he did are so funny. Some of these puppets did not survive at all, but they're really cool, the ones that did. I don't know if this big guy ever made an appearance in anything, because he's just a body. There's no legs. Sorry, man. He never finished. Now we're in the Muppet workshop. Or at least what he would have used. He used fabric and all other sorts still have a few Muppet or puppet workshops in existence that you can go and get your own custom. Hey Cinderella, it's a famous one.
He's worked similar to Ralph and some of our other characters. He's a two-person puppet, and in this one, I'm working.
You can see all the animatronics and hydraulics that go into something as simple as the dog from the dog from Fraggle Rock. I think this is one of them. Nope, he's from the Storyteller. He looks like the one from Fraggle Rock, though. But anyways, so a lot of electronics that go into making things that complicated. You've got your mainframes. Famous things that turned him into a kid star. Just the glare in this room is so bad. These are the original Ern Bernies from 1969. These ones might not have had color on them in the show because the Technicolor was not the most popular for them at the time, but they eventually did. And then they got replaced with new models. Let's see how good I am at puppetry later. That was fun. You should come over here and do it. This is what Jim Henson used to ride on to do puppet shots in the streets or anything. Someone would push him or would be pulled by a cable. And here's that one of those giant, scary, weird monsters called Splurge. We're gonna go around and then go to the man himself. Here's Dr. Teeth, Robin the Frog, so Kermit's nephew.
Or something, whatever they describe it
Miss
as.
Kitty. Something funny is that people call my mom Kitty, so people call her Miss Kitty. But that's not a representation. I find that funny. Fazoob number 1. These are from the weird alien sketches in the Muppet Show, if you haven't seen that. Fazoob 2, Fazoob 3, and Fazoob 4. They have different sketches throughout 4 seasons. Pigs in Space is one of the famous sketches from the Muppet Show. Here we've got Emmett Otter Christmas with Emmett Otter's rowboat from the original movie, which is very interesting to see because that movie's really good. Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, The Two Old Foxes. I haven't seen it, so. Miss Piggy. There's different variations, and you've got Ron Bohr, Pigs in Space. Tiki statue from Treasure Island. crab from Treasure Island, and then the man himself, who's been used for many different purposes, but this is a special one. Right here. It's Kermit, but one of many variations of Kermit. These were used for this one was specifically used for pictures and ads because he's only a photo of Kermit. He doesn't actually work as Kermit. The actual Kermit, the Fazoops, here it is. Here's finally Sprocket from Fraggle Rock. And one of my favorite things from Fraggle Rock, the extremely high-tech doozers. They might look very small and simple, but they do actions like animatronics, and they're only about not even a foot high, so that's very hard to do. You've got the Fraggles. We're about to get into some more interesting territory in a second. And the name is literally in this name. But can you guess who this is like on the channel? Go back to like Trail Adventure, Uncle Traveling Matt. Who can you guess that's like? Oh, whoa! And then you've got Tales of the Dark Crystal mini model for representing what it would like in the movie. Tales of the Dark Crystal is hard to make for the reason that they couldn't fit everything they wanted to in it. So, yeah, that's why it's so confusing and didn't make much sense to many people. You've got the Flying Zubat, Crystal Bat, whatever you call it. Here's some complex animatronics for moving these very, very creepy skull faces. And in the movie, they're even creepier. You've got the tree giant's head. This thing glows. And you've got one of the bigger pieces from the movie, the Garthons. This is about as tall as me, so say that's about 5 foot tall puppet. That's probably very heavy to move. And then, one of my favorite movies, The Labyrinth. Here's a few goblins from the movie, and then one of the main characters, Sir Didymus, that they meet at one of the bridge scenes. Fish Lips, another goblin. And then, one of the most hilarious ones from the movie, the Talking Door. You can't hear anything, but the other one can. It's weird. You're gonna have to watch it. Hobo the Goblin from the Labyrinth's Hit Cast. One of the fighting goblins. This one's funny because it's just a giant sphere. And then you've got the toys which move at some point, and then the giant worm Marquette. He was the most chillax person in the movie. And then, here's a few people from some of the movies that not many people remember, but I do. Dog City was a very famous and cool animation by Jim Henson, and I suggest you check it out. Here's some of the original 4 puppets from it. There's way more. Here's an artist's sketch of what it looks like. Jim Henson Hour was a random hour that wasn't really organized. Crystal Burger campaign with all these characters from the commercials. Sticky notes of your favorite. And they've got the modern day doozers, which is not the best. And that brings us to the end of this.